A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson has lashed out at New Zealand and the US, saying that we have smeared China. Zhao Lijian swore that China's security is not aimed at third parties, nor is intended to establish military bases. And the US and New Zealand's joint statement created false information. Otago University international relations expert Robert Patman joins us this morning. Good morning, Robert. How concerning is it that the Foreign Ministry spokesperson has mentioned New Zealand specifically?
I think the Chinese have been stung by what they see as New Zealand moving away from what a Chinese newspaper describes as New Zealand's diplomatic, independent diplomatic stance. And so the Chinese government is depicting New Zealand as coming under pressure from the United States, buckling in the face of that pressure and agreeing to a joint statement, which it says distorts and smears China's position in the Pacific Island states.
China, of course, a very important trading partner for ourselves, and what they have done in the past when Australia has potentially riled them is place tariffs. What implications could this have on our relationship in terms of trade?
It could have implications, but I still think China tends to make a distinction between New Zealand and Australia. Australia is seen as much closer to the United States. And I think the other thing that has really stung the Chinese is not actually just the fact that that New Zealand has put together this joint statement with the Americans about China's activities in the Pacific Islands. There's also some wording in the statement which shows New Zealand's concerns. New Zealand's concerns are not the same as the United States. They're not just a reflection or an echo of United States strategic concerns about China. It also reflects New Zealand's concerns that this attempt by China is an attempt to circumvent the regional governance arrangements for the Pacific Island states. And in the statement, both Joe Biden and Jacinda Ardern said they believe that China was effectively trying to bypass or undermine the regional institutional arrangements for governance. The Pacific Islands Forum has been the mechanism for coordinating security policies. And of course, the Americans and New Zealanders are actually calling out the Chinese because it seems to be an attempt to bypass that arrangement.
Fairly strong statements, aren't they? Otago University international relations expert Robert Patman, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.